What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday. We are here for the game status report for both the Eagles and Giants heading into Week 18 here. So we'll see who's out, who is in, who's questionable. We'll go over that quickly, but later tonight, we'll be live for Fan Friday, so hope to see you then. Any of you members, get those questions, topics in. Final game of the regular season. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. Throughout all of the playoffs, we will be here talking about our birds. But let's go with the final game status report of the regular season here. We're going to start it off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Appreciate each and every one of you taking the time, hitting the like button, subscribing, all the things you're doing to support the channel. Cannot thank you enough. But let's start it off now. The Eagles, we know we've got some important injuries here. We saw DeVonta Smith with that walking boot. Talked about it. Supposed to be a minor injury. As I've said all week, I assume he's going to be out. I would not put him out there on the MetLife turf. No, thank you. So have him ready for the playoffs. Let's go. Now, Darius Slay was limited on Wednesday and Thursday. You see, he changed to did not practice today. So he will be out as well. Another one we talked about, these leg injuries. No, thank you on that damn Giants field. Now, you see that Jordan Davis became a full participant today. Great news there. We knew Hassan Reddick has been full the last 2 days. Cunningham full, and Avonte the last 2 days as well. So those guys all good to go. So only Slay and Devontae are out. Now, DeAndre Swift just popped up today, was limited in practice, but questionable for this game. So hopefully, with the couple days here, he can get healthy. Now, I talked about it. I'd like to whoop their ass and just have our backups playing in the second half. So maybe a nice dose of Kenny G and, of course, the Boston Scott Giant Killer. So looking forward to seeing what gets thrown out here on Sunday, but questionable for DeAndre Swift. Now let's take a look at this Eagles team now with that information. We know who are the reserves here. On the left, you see the offense. On the right, you see the defense. So Johnson, Alberto, then Devin Allen. Then you see on the right, Bradley, Dean, Evans, and McPherson. And then, of course, Rodgers suspended here until next year. Now, with all of this information, remember, anyone in green here you see is new to the team this year. Let's take a look at this depth chart. You're not going to see any of those names, obviously, on IR or practice squad IR or suspended. So you see here DeAndre Swift questionable. So Kenny G, Boston Scott, maybe a little Rashad Penny. Oh, my Lord. Maybe we could get him going right before these playoffs. That nice cold weather. Let's pound that rock. Now, DeVonta Smith being out, more Julio, more Covey, less Quez still. That is the goal here, but keep him healthy, ready to go for the playoffs. Other than that, everybody good to go. Then on the defensive side of the ball, we talked about it, Slay out again. Let's just have him for the playoffs here. Let's keep Avonte Maddox healthy, see if he gets some more reps here. Got a little banged up with that elbow, but good to go here. So Bradbury and Maddox with Ringo, Ricks, Job, maybe Roby this time. I know he was inactive last time, but didn't like that. So we'll see what they decide to do, but everyone else good to go there. And then the special teams unit, we don't really use DeVonta, but in case of emergency or you just want a big return, you do have DeVonta back there. But yeah, he's just a depth piece. But everybody else good to go there. And then here is the Eagles practice squad. They can elevate by tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So I will have that information for you if they decide to elevate any of these guys. But you see 8 on offense and 8 on defense there. So we shall decide what we're going to do and then go from there tomorrow. But now let's take a look at the New York Giants. And look, Tyrod Taylor, we've talked about all week, so obviously something important there. Jason Pinnock, they've got some important news here, and they're looking to spoil anything they can for the Eagles. I've mentioned it a million times, you should be able to beat this team with backups. So starters play the first half. I think they should. I know the stadium is hell. Turf is disaster, but we need to get something going here, and we'll see, maybe even just a quarter. But let's take a look at what the Giants have going on here. And Tyrod Taylor, no injury designation. So great news there. And we talked about Pinnock. He missed practice all week. He will be out. Now, John Michael-Schmitz, their center, the rookie there, he was limited the last 2 days, but he is questionable for this game. Deonte Banks was limited all week, but he is doubtful to play in this one on Sunday. Then everyone else good to go. Dane Belton returned to practice today. It was a personal reason he missed yesterday for, so full participant, good to go there. Now, just like with the Eagles, let's take a look at the Giants here. We'll see if they activate Gary Brightwell off of the IR. That's why he's got that asterisk there next to his name. But you can see on the offense, plethora of guys on IR. In the middle there, you got the defense, one guy on IR, one on PUP list, and then the special teams, you can see 2 kickers on IR, 1 kicker on practice squad IR. So they've been running through them. A lot of kicks for a terrible team, so unfortunate. But anyone in red here, new to the team. So let's take a look. You're not going to see any of those guys. If you're wondering where some of these names are, like Daniel Jones, there they were on the reserves. Here is their depth chart of active players. And John Michael-Schmitz being out, Sean Harlow maybe stepping, maybe Glowinski. We'll see what they would do there. But we already talked about, Evan Neal being on IR, and then Tyre Phillips, the guy who was with the Eagles for a second this year. He goes on IR. He was the guy taking over for him. And now Matt Pert, who just came off of IR, is their right tackle. So some injuries going on there. But other than that, everybody good to go. And then on the defensive side of the ball, couldn't use red because I'm already using it. So that ass gold color, I guess we'll just say poop gold. Deontay Banks, you see down there, doubtful. So maybe a little Darnay Holmes, a little bit of Trey Hawkins in there. Nick McLeod would probably be the guy that steps in first, though. But you've got Flott and Jackson healthy, and then Pinnock out. Probably have Dane Belton stepping in for him there, but you've got Jarvarius Owens there as well. But those are the injuries for the offense and defense. Special teams, everybody is good to go there. So no injuries to talk about. And then, of course, their practice squad, they can elevate 2 players as well. So you see 9 on offense, 6 on defense, and then 1 special teamer. So one of their elevations is going to be the kicker, Mason Crosby, and then we'll see who else they decide to elevate there. But I'll have that information. They have to have that out by 4 o'clock, so somewhere around then. Tomorrow I will have that information for you, but that's all I've got for you right now. Again, I will be back later tonight, live Fan Friday, baby. Ready to chop it up with you guys. Getting excited for this season finale here, regular season at least, because we're going to storm right through those playoffs, baby. And I'm all about it. Loving to see people jumping back on board, getting excited about this team. That's what it's all about, baby. Let's just hope they figure these things out. We've seen the issues, but we know the talent they have. We know they can come together, go on this run, and let's go win that effing Super Bowl. But that's all I've got, so hope to see you later. But until then, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all have yourselves a great Friday, a great weekend, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!